event that has taken place today, now that he is president, but it's all about what happens beyond this. And this is what he's spoken about as well, and calling on all different organizations, international organizations, and essentially saying the doors of Zimbabwe's economy are open for business.
And that's exactly what needs to happen, because after all the pomp and ceremony, certainly the hard work begins for Zimbabwe. And I'm totally not surprised, Aldrin, by the tone of his speech. Certainly did give us an indication what he will speak about. And again, jobs, 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 3 times, and talking about resuscitating this economy and basically saying that Zimbabwe is open for business. And that's what everybody wants to hear, to loud applause, of course, by the most important stakeholder in the events that are taking place here today, the people of Zimbabwe. So certainly I think it's inspired a lot of confidence coming from his people, and the rest of the world also needs to see that this country, which was once the breadbasket of the continent, and the events that led to its complete ruin, can now change, and perhaps the situation of Zimbabwe on its own would be able to be better. He's also spoke about hitting the ground running, and that's very important, I think, for me, because in many of the analysis that we've done, Aldrin, is that people say you need to act now with regard to the situation in Zimbabwe. The people of this country have suffered for too long. You need to invite those from the diaspora as well. And most importantly, I think, the issue of foreign direct investment. I have mentioned previously before the strong business background that Emmerson Mnangagwa has, so that foreign direct investment is all crucial at this time for Zimbabwe.
And you know, something quite interesting as well is he is cognizant of the political environment that this country finds itself in. And as we've had expected, that President Robert Mugabe, or former President now Robert Mugabe, would not be part of today's ceremony. However, though, of course, officially and procedurally, he was expected to be to officially hand over power. But do you think it was indeed a great gesture, considering that Emmerson Mnangagwa went on and on about the role that Robert Mugabe has played in the liberation struggle, the role that Robert Mugabe has played in building this country, but also emphasizing that we can never forget the role that this man has played for this country, but not only this country, but the entire continent as well.
You cannot write Robert Mugabe off. You cannot remove history of him being a true liberation hero. But something went wrong for Zimbabwe. Do we write all of that off? I absolutely do not think so. And don't forget, if you look at the long-standing relationship between Emmerson Mnangagwa and Robert Mugabe, that speaks volumes. Remember, these are people during the difficult times in this country where they stood side by side. They served in jail during the same period. They understand what the fight was about to get towards Zimbabwe's independence. So I'm not surprised at all, Aldrin, once again, by the tone. And also remember, today he should not have just spoken as a member of ZANU-PF. He had been speaking all along about an issue of unity. So it would have been very awkward for him to stand in this very stadium and preach something else. So a spirit of unity moving forward, not just as a member of ZANU-PF, but now as the president of this country. One of the placards that is somewhere here in the stadium says no to vengeful retribution. And remember, that was in his speech as well yesterday, where he says, let bygones be bygones. That's exactly what he said in his speech. Let bygones be bygones. The key focus now is for Zimbabweans to rebuild their economy and for everything that was wrong to be made right.